Hey pandas, it's Miss Prantl here with story time. Now, I don't actually have a copy of today's book, but I did get an e-book from the library. And if you watch the video that Miss Brower did, you can do that too. Okay, so today's story is Ruby Finds a Worry by Tom Percival. Here's Ruby. Ruby finds a worry. Ruby loved being Ruby. She loved to swing up high, and she loved to explore wild, faraway places. Sometimes she even went all the way to the very bottom of the garden. Ruby was perfectly happy until one day she discovered a worry. It wasn't a very big worry. In fact, it was so small that at first Ruby hardly noticed it. But then the worry started to grow. Each day, it got a little bit bigger. It just wouldn't leave her alone. It was there at breakfast, staring at her over the cereal box, and it was still there at night when she brushed her teeth. You can see she's kind of glaring at it. The funny thing was that no one else could see Ruby's worry, not even her teacher. So Ruby pretended that she couldn't see it either. She tried to carry on as if everything was normal, but it just wasn't. The worry was always there, stopping her from doing the things she loved. Ruby wondered if the worry would ever go away. What if it didn't? What if it just stayed with her forever? Ruby didn't realize that she was doing the worst thing you can ever do with a worry. She was worrying about it. Now the worry was enormous. It could barely fit in the kitchen at dinner time. It filled up half the school bus, and it took up whole rows at the movie theater. The worry became the only thing that Ruby could think about. It seemed like she would never feel happy again. Then, one day, something unexpected happened. Ruby noticed a boy sitting alone at the park. He looked how she felt, sad. Then she noticed something else, something hovering next to him. Could it be a worry? It was! Ruby realized that she wasn't the only person with a worry after all. Other people had them too. She asked the boy what was on his mind, and as he told her, the strangest thing happened. His worry began to shrink. Then Ruby did the best thing you can ever do if you have a worry. She talked about it. As the words tumbled out, Ruby's worry began to shrink until it was barely there at all. Soon, both of their worries were gone. Finally, Ruby felt like herself again. Of course, it wasn't the last time she ever had a worry. Everyone gets them from time to time. But now that she knew how to get rid of them, they never hung around for long. The end. Bye, pandas. I hope you're doing well and that you can do the same thing that Ruby does if you have a worry too.